You've got a small backyard, maybe just a patio, and you think you've missed your chance to grow fruit. You haven't. Not even close. Because some of the most productive fruit trees on the planet, the ones loaded with flavor, dripping with harvest, they don't need a half-acre farm. They need about as much space as your living room couch. I'm talking trees that'll fit in a planter on your deck. Trees you can reach without a ladder. Trees that'll give you more fruit than you can eat. And honestly, more joy than you might expect at this stage of life. Welcome to Growx Green. And today, we're talking about the best fruit trees for small spaces. Right here in the USA. Here's something I hear all the time from folks our age. I'd love to grow fruit, but my yard's too small. Or, I don't have the energy for a big garden anymore. And I get it. I really do. Maybe you downsized. Maybe you moved to a townhouse or a condo with a small balcony. Maybe your knees aren't quite what they used to be, and the idea of a sprawling orchard feels like a project for someone else's life. But here's what nobody tells you. Small space fruit growing might actually be easier and more rewarding than anything you've tried before. But let me be honest with you for a second, because I think you deserve that. A lot of people plant a fruit tree, wait 3 years, and get nothing, or almost nothing. And it's not because they failed. It's because they picked the wrong tree for their climate, or the wrong variety for their space. Or they bought something that looked beautiful at the nursery, but needed a partner, tree, a pollinator that nobody mentioned at checkout. That's the information gap. And it stops too many people from ever trying again. So today, we're closing that gap. For good. Alright, let's get into it. We've got 12 minutes, and I want to make every one of them count for you. So I've picked the top 5 fruit trees, perfect for small yards, patios, even containers, that absolutely thrive across most of the USA. These aren't exotic experiments. These are proven, reliable, jaw-droppingly productive trees that people just like you are growing right now, all over the country. Let's go. Number 1, the dwarf apple tree. If fruit trees had a greatest hits album, the dwarf apple would be the lead single. These beauties top out at about 8 to 10 feet. You can grow them in a large pot on a sunny deck, or plant them right in the ground in a space the size of a parking spot. And the harvest? We're talking 20 to 40 pounds of apples from a single tree in your first few years. One of the best varieties for small spaces, and I can't say this enough, is the Honeycrisp. It's cold hardy down to USDA Zone 3, so if you're in the Midwest, the Northeast, even parts of the Mountain West, this tree was made for you. For warmer climates, Georgia, the Carolinas, Texas, look for Anna or Dorset Golden. They need very low chill hours, which means your mild winters actually work in your favor. One important thing, most apple trees need a pollinator nearby, a second compatible variety within about 50 feet. But here's the good news. There are now self-fertile varieties. Golden Sentinel is a columnar variety, grows tall and slim, like a green column, that's entirely self-pollinating. Perfect for a tight fence line or a corner of a deck. Number 2, dwarf citrus. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Live in Minnesota. Citrus isn't for me. Hold on, stay with me here. Yes, if you're in USDA zones 9 through 11, Southern California, Florida, the Gulf Coast, you can plant dwarf citrus right in the ground and never look back. Meyer lemon is the superstar of this category. It produces almost year-round. The fruit is sweeter than store-bought lemons. And the blossom smell? I'm not exaggerating. Absolutely incredible. But here's the thing that surprises people. Dwarf citrus does beautifully in containers. And that means if you're in zone 7 or even 6, you can grow a Meyer lemon or a Kalamondon orange on a sunny porch. Roll it inside when temperatures drop below 30 degrees and have fresh citrus off your own tree in the dead of winter. There is nothing like cutting a lemon from your own tree for your morning tea. Nothing. These trees stay compact, 4 to 6 feet. They're self-fertile, which means no pollinator needed. And they're actually one of the most forgiving fruit trees you can grow. Perfect for beginners. Number 3. The fig tree. There's something almost ancient about growing a fig tree. Humans have been cultivating figs for over 11,000 years. And when you bite into a ripe, sun-warm fig from your own tree, you understand exactly why. Now, figs are arguably the easiest fruit tree you can grow in a small space. No spraying for pests. No complicated pruning schedules. Most varieties don't need a pollinator, and they're incredibly drought-tolerant once established. For most of the country, zones 5 through 10, the brown turkey fig is your best friend. It produces 2 crops a year, one in early summer, one in fall, and it handles heat, cold, and neglect with remarkable grace. In the South, Celeste figs are legendary. Smaller fruit, intensely sweet, people in Louisiana and Mississippi treat them like family heirlooms. For colder northern climates, Chicago, the Great Lakes, even parts of New England, look for Chicago hardy fig. It can die back in a harsh winter, then come right back from the roots in spring, like nothing happened. A lot of our viewers have told me they planted a fig tree for their grandkids. And there's something about that, about putting roots in the ground and thinking about the future, that feels right. You plant a fig, you plant a legacy. Number 4. The dwarf peach. Is there a more perfect summer moment than biting into a tree-ripened peach? Juice running down your arm, the smell of it, warm and floral and sweet, in the middle of your own backyard? That can be your life, sooner than you think. Dwarf peach trees, varieties like Bonanza and Patio peach, grow only 4 to 6 feet tall. They're literally bred for containers in small spaces. You can grow one on an apartment balcony if it gets 6 or more hours of sun. Peaches need what's called chill hours, a certain number of hours each winter below 45 degrees. For most of the country, the Southeast, Midwest, Pacific Northwest, Mid-Atlantic, standard dwarf varieties work beautifully. If you're in Southern California, Florida, or the Gulf Coast, you'll want low-chill varieties like Tropic Beauty or UF Sun, specifically bred for mild winters. Here's something I love about dwarf peaches. They fruit in their very first or second year. You won't be waiting around. Plant it in spring, and there's a real chance you're eating your own peaches by the following summer. For a lot of people, planting a peach tree is reconnecting with something they grew up with. A grandmother's tree in the backyard. A bowl of peaches on the kitchen counter in August. You can have that again. Exactly that. And number 5. One that surprises people every single time I bring it up. The columnar pear. You've probably seen those slim, vertical ornamental trees lining city streets or formal gardens. Now imagine that same elegant silhouette, but covered, absolutely loaded, with beautiful pears. Columnar pears like Crimson Cascade or Concord grow just 12 to 15 feet tall, but only 2 to 3 feet wide. You can plant 3 or 4 of them in the space of a single regular tree. They're perfect for narrow side yards, along a fence line, even in large planters on either side of a doorway, like a living, fruit-bearing gate to your home. Most columnar pears are self-fertile or need only one companion. They tend to be disease-resistant, low-maintenance, and they produce full-sized fruit. We're not talking about tiny ornamental pears. These are real, delicious, full-grown pears. And in autumn, when those pears are hanging against a blue October sky, and the leaves are starting to turn, there are few sights in a garden more purely beautiful. Columnar pears thrive in zones 4 through 9, making them one of the most versatile options across the entire country. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with 3 things that'll make everything easier. Tip 1. Always buy dwarf or semi-dwarf rootstock. The tree at the top, the fruiting variety, can be anything, but the rootstock controls the size. Ask at the nursery. Read the tag. dwarf, or semi-dwarf. Write it on your hand if you have to. Tip 2. Sun is non-negotiable. Every fruit tree on this list needs at least 6 hours of direct sunlight a day. 6. Walk around your yard at different times of day before you plant. Find where the sun actually lands longest. That's where your tree goes. Tip 3. Container growing is underrated. A 15 to 25 gallon container with good drainage gives a dwarf fruit tree everything it needs. And it means you can move the tree, bring it inside in winter, reposition it for maximum sun. The flexibility is incredible. You know, I want to say something before we get to the end. There's a stage of life where people start to think in terms of what they've already done, what they've already built. And that's beautiful. There's real wisdom in that. But there's also something powerful about planting something, about putting your hands in the soil and saying, this is going to grow. This is going to feed me. This is going to be here next summer and the summer after that. Fruit trees are slow. They're patient. They don't care what the news says or what the market's doing. They just grow. A dwarf apple tree planted today could be feeding your grandchildren in 15 years. A fig tree in your backyard could become the tree they remember, the one they tell stories about. That's not a small thing. That's actually everything. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one tree from this list. Just one. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be the fanciest or the most exotic. Pick the one that made you feel something while we were talking. The one you kept picturing in your yard, or on your deck, or beside that sunny fence. Then head down to the comments and tell us, which tree are you planting this season? Because I read every single comment, and there is nothing, truly nothing, that makes my day more than hearing someone say, I planted it. It's growing. And I can't stop smiling at it every morning. That's the whole point of Growx Green. I'm so glad you spent this time with me. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We've got so much more coming for you. And until next time, keep growing. Keep going. Your best garden? It's still ahead of you.